Welcome to Ignite Reverb. My name is PK, and on this series, this episode, I'm going to be showing you 3 signs you are following pressure, not God. And we're going to be reading Proverbs chapter number 3, verse 6. And it says, "In all thy way, acknowledge him, and he shall direct the path." You see, one undeniable truth is that we are living in one of the most pressured generation ever, where everybody is posting their results online. Everybody is posting their milestone, announcing one milestone or the other, and you see people get engaged online, and it looks as if everybody is actually moving fast and moving forward except you, right? See, and the truth of the matter is this: many Christians who think they are following God in a real sense are actually following pressure, right? And it could be pressure from their expectations, pressure from other people's social media timeline, pressure from comparison, and the pressure from what people are going to say about their life. So today I want to show you 3 signs you may be living pressure led instead of living God led. And honestly, I must say that about 93% of the people watching this video right now um, may be struggling with the third one, with the number 3. So stay with me. Now, sign number 1 is that you rush every decision. You see, one of the major signs that pressure is leading your life is when every decision becomes urgent. You see, the moment you start feeling like if you do not do it now, that you may miss the opportunity and the time to, do it or catch up with it in life, or maybe if you do not move now, other people are going to overtake you and they leave you behind. So instead of you to move with clarity, you start moving with anxiety. So when every decision that you always take in your life becomes an emergency, it is usually pressure, right? That is the situation, not purpose. It is pressure, not purpose. So sign number 2 is that you follow trend instead of conviction. You see, if you want to be honest to yourself, you can ask yourself, like, the podcast that I've started now, the social media or content creation that I've just started now, or the ministry or whatever that I've just started now, is it spirit led or pressure led? And there's a way you can see people do things on the internet, and you come across it because it's a trend, right? It has the potency of motivating you to actually start such. And most people who started business, who started certain brands and podcasts and whatever, till today, a lot of people felt that they were spirit led, they were God led, until it got done on them later on in future that they were trend led. So if you want to be honest, it is very easy to feel left behind in this time, in this generation, because someone at your age just got engaged, and someone at your age relocated abroad, right? And someone at your age just launched a business, and someone at your age just posted something on social media and captioned it, "God did it." And suddenly you can start feeling like your life is slow, things are not happening around you. So instead of you walking in the consciousness or even asking God what He is doing in your life or around your life now, you are you're looking at what every other person is doing, and instead of you to even be inspired positively, you are quietly falling victim of comparison. Comparison begins to lead every of your decision now, because you want to be like those people. You want your life to catch up with those people. So I want you to understand something, that conviction works in the opposite way, right? Conviction works in the opposite way. And I will always subscribe to clarity and conviction over pressure. So when you are God led, you do not move because something is trending, right? Rather, you move because something is very, very clear to you, that I know that this is what God wants me to do. And clarity always is stronger than pressure. Clock it. And the number 3 sign is that you only pray after deciding. That means you've decided before praying, right? So now this is very deep, right? And I can tell that literally 93% of us watching this video now are victim of this. See, if we want to be honest, this is where most of us always struggle, right? You see, sometimes we don't really ask God what to do. We are going to decide first, then we make prayer secondary, or we pray about it later. So by so doing, what we are literally doing like that is we are saying, Lord, I have accepted this offer, right? Please bless it. Or, I have entered this relationship. Say, Father, make this relationship work. Or even maybe you must have chosen which direction you want your life to take, and you are only praying now, asking God to support it. A lot of us don't know the difference when we are doing the talking and when God is doing the talking. Because when it happens, one of the excuses that we do give is that we've prayed about it. But in a real sense, I love what Pastor Chris said one time, and he asked a question. He said, now, while you were praying, who was doing the talking? Was it God, or you were the one doing the talking? So you discover that this is where a lot of us struggle, and it has the capacity of putting us in a big mess. So when you are a victim of this, I want you to understand that this is not a God-led living. Rather, it is a pressure-led living with a sprinkle of prayer at the end of it. So being God-led means prayer is not a closing ceremony. Prayer rather becomes or is the starting point. So it means before decision happens, alignment happens first. Prophetic alignment happens first. So because when God leads your life, right? So you just do not move fast, you move right. So there's a difference between moving fast and moving right. And I wish every Christian will understand this. Now, listen, if any of these signs resonates with you, or the entire signs, I want you to understand that it is absolutely nothing to feel bad about. Rather, it is a time to reset and a time to restart, a time to realign, right? Because God never designed your life to be controlled by pressure. He designed your life to be directed by His voice and by His Spirit. And that's why I call the inner compass, the compass within you. And honestly, it is the reason why I wrote the book, The God-Led Life, right? And I would like you to watch out for this book because it's going to be released soon. And this book is more than something to just read, right? It is a mindset shift. It is a discipleship guide, and it is a spiritual alignment tool for every young believer who truly desires clarity about their direction and about their life, who want to do more for God. So this book is structured to help believers move from confusion and pressure-driven life to clarity, to confidence, and to daily direction by learning how to recognize and to follow God's leading by mastering the compass that is within them, the inner compass, right? And if you have exhausted all that you know, all the ideas, all the motivations, and all the inspirations that you know, you see, this book is going to help you reset your direction. So you go to my bio, there's a link to pre-order a copy so that you'll be among the first people that will read this book once it is released. And thank you. Till I see you again in my next episode. God bless you.
Preach for every house to hear.